You wake up bloated, and it seems like it doesn't even matter what you ate the night before. You've got this unexplained brain fog, your joints are aching just a little more than usual, and suddenly, foods you've enjoyed your whole life are suddenly upsetting your stomach. If you're over 45 or maybe in your 50s, 60s, or beyond and experiencing this, I want to start by just validating exactly how you feel. These symptoms are incredibly real, and when your gut is unhappy, honestly, everything feels miserable. It saps your energy, and it can genuinely get in the way of your independence and your confidence. Welcome to this Vital Elixir Explainer. Today, our mission is to cut through the noise. We're going to separate internet wellness myths from real, science-backed gastroenterology, specifically focusing on what's happening in our bodies as we age. Have you dealt with these frustrating symptoms only to find yourself targeted by slick wellness marketers? You know, you go online looking for honest answers, and boom, an entire industry is waiting to hand you a very specific, trendy diagnosis. They tell you that you have a leaky gut. They claim your intestinal lining has literally sprung a leak, toxins are flooding your system, and the only way to fix it is to buy their expensive powders, swallow huge handfuls of supplements, and pay hundreds of dollars for mail-in food sensitivity tests. It's totally overwhelming, it drains your wallet, and frankly, a lot of it just isn't rooted in honest science. So the wellness industry really preys on the natural changes in our digestion as we get older. But here's the truth that kind of hope you don't figure out. Leaky gut? It's mostly an internet marketing term. It's not a primary medical disease that you can just magically spackle shut with expensive supplements. The scientific reality, what your actual gastroenterologist would call it, is intestinal permeability. Now, intestinal permeability is a real biological mechanism for sure, but it's a symptom of a hostile, irritated gut environment. It's not the root cause itself. So we really want to focus on supporting the actual biology here, not just treating a marketing term. To completely demystify the biology of what's happening in your intestinal lining, let's look at something called tight junctions. Imagine your intestinal cells are the bricks in a wall. The tight junctions are the microscopic protein gates, basically the mortar, holding those bricks securely together. When your gut is healthy, this mortar is sealed incredibly tight. It acts like this highly intelligent filter, allowing only fully properly digested nutrients to pass through into your bloodstream to give you energy, while firmly keeping out bacteria and large undigested food particles. But here's where things can go wrong. When your gut is exposed to chronic irritants, your body releases a protein called zonulin. Think of zonulin as the chemical that literally crumbles the mortar. It pries those tight junctions wide open. And when those gates are forced open, larger undigested particles can slip right through the wall and into your bloodstream. Your immune system sees these particles as dangerous invaders and mounts a huge attack. And that's what triggers that systemic whole body inflammation, which leads to the joint pain, the brain fog, and that awful bloating you might be feeling. Okay, first up is the $300 IgG food sensitivity test, which we are going to look closer at in just a second because it is everywhere. Second is megadose glutamine. L-glutamine is an amino acid that the wellness industry loves to push in massive 10 to 20 gram doses, claiming it'll seal your gut. But here is a crucial catch for us as we get older. As our metabolisms change, and especially if there's any underlying liver stress, massive doses of free-form glutamine aren't always used as gut fuel. Instead, your gut bacteria can actually convert it into glutamine, which is an excitatory neurotransmitter. This can cross into your brain and cause severe anxiety, insomnia, and actually make your brain fog way worse. You should always consult your healthcare provider before taking high-dose amino acids. And third, the Candida starvation diets. These extreme zero-carb diets claim to starve bad yeast, but they literally end up starving your beneficial barrier-building bacteria too. You just can't heal a gut by starving it. Let's jump back to that first scam for a second, just because it is so incredibly common. Take a look at this quote from the American Academy of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. They say, IgG antibodies do not measure allergy or intolerance. They measure exposure. So when you take one of those expensive mail-in blood tests and it tells you that you're highly sensitive to almonds, spinach, and salmon, it's really just recognizing that you've eaten those healthy foods recently. These tests trick well-meaning people into eliminating incredibly nutritious foods, which ends up starving your microbiome of the diverse fibers it desperately needs as we age. So how do we actually empower ourselves with safe, entirely free, or low-cost everyday habits? Well, here's a clear, 4-step, science-backed lifestyle protocol to help support your gut barrier from the inside out. Step 1, stop irritants. Step 2, feed butyrate producers. Step 3, add polyphenols. And Step 4, activate the vagal brake. Let's walk through these right now so you can start putting them into practice today. Step 1,
You know, you can't heal a burn if your hand is still resting on a hot stove, right? You absolutely must remove the physical and chemical irritants that act like harsh Teflon scrubbers on your gut lining. This includes alcohol, which directly triggers that zonulin release we just talked about. It also includes chemical emulsifiers like polysorbate 80, which are found in a lot of ultra-processed foods. And importantly, it includes the frequent use of NSAIDs like ibuprofen or naproxen, which can directly strip the protective mucus layer of your gut. Now, please hear me on this one. Always consult your doctor before altering or stopping any medications, especially if you rely on NSAIDs for chronic joint pain or mobility. Just work with your provider to explore safer alternatives if that's something you need.
Moving on to step 2, let's see how we can actually build up our defenses. We need to produce something called butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid produced by your gut bacteria, and some fascinating research suggests it acts as a biological signal that practically tells your tight junctions to seal up. And the best part? You do not need a fancy supplement to support this process. You just need to feed your microbes. They absolutely love something called resistant starch. If you cook potatoes, white rice, or oats, and then simply cool them in the fridge, it actually changes the starch structure into this incredible superfuel for your gut bacteria. Adding things like green bananas, onions, garlic, and asparagus also feeds these microscopic little builders. Step 3, one of the safest ways to support those gaps is by incorporating polyphenols. These are the brightly colored compounds found in plants. Pomegranate and cranberry may help thicken that protective mucus layer right over your tight junctions. The EGC found in green tea has actually been shown in some studies to help support a healthy zonulin pathway. And while it's not a polyphenol, simply sipping real, traditionally simmered bone broth provides you with foundational amino acids like glycine and proline. Now, we aren't looking at bone broth as some magic cure, but rather as providing excellent natural raw building blocks to help support gentle tissue repair as you age. And this brings us to the 4th, and honestly, perhaps the most heavily overlooked step of all: activating your vagal brake. Your gut lining requires massive amounts of blood flow and energy to function properly. But if you're eating while you're stressed, anxious, or, scrolling through negative news on your phone, your brain actually shuns blood away from your digestive system and pushes it into your muscles. Digestion literally stalls out. So what's the solution? Right before you take a single bite of food, sit down and take 5 deep, slow breaths. This is known as the physiological sigh. It's a simple tool, but it powerfully signals safety to your vagus nerve, helping to restore blood flow and healthy mucus production to your gut. Remember, you cannot support a gut that thinks it's in a state of emergency. All right, here are your safest, most practical next steps to take away from this explainer today. Skip the expensive powders and avoid those deceptive food sensitivity tests. Instead, gently feed your microbes with cooled starches, and always remember to signal safety to your nervous system by just taking a few deep breaths before you eat. Remember, your gut lining naturally replaces itself every few days. It really wants to heal. We just need to give it the right environment. And as a vital, honest reminder, while these lifestyle changes are so powerful for promoting independence and overall wellness, chronic symptoms, severe pain, or unexplained weight loss always require a professional evaluation by a gastroenterologist to rule out more serious conditions. Please, always prioritize your safety. I want to leave you with a question today, and I would absolutely love for you to share your experiences down in the comments. Have you ever taken one of those expensive IgG food sensitivity tests? Were you told to stop eating perfectly healthy foods? And did it actually help? Or did it really just make you anxious about eating? Let's empower our community to trust evidence-based, sustainable lifestyle changes over expensive wellness marketing. Thank you so much for joining me here on Vital Elixir to learn how to keep your body strong, capable, and thriving as we age. I'll see you in our next explainer.
Thank you for your time. Subscribe for more health education. Like the video and share it to help others stay informed.